What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Brussels, Belgium. Now today's focus will be the Polestar 3, seeing that car for the first time. That's pretty awesome. Also Polestar 2 BST we got over here. But anyway, it's pretty awesome to be here. Also plenty of other brands around, so probably we will also spot some other cars. But anyway, Brussels, AutoSalon, Auto Show, whatsoever, let's get started. Alright folks, so we are at the Polestar booth. We got a cool Polestar 2 BST edition, the limited one. Limited hand-built 270 examples, so that's pretty interesting. And the Polestar 3 of course. And we're gonna have a bit of an up close with the car. So let's go there and experience the Polestar 3 for the first time. And credit to brand for allowing me to do this. Thank you very much. Alright folks, there we go. The Polestar 3 for the first time, the next generation Polestar. Basically the real first Polestar, if we may call it that way. But anyway, yeah, a bit of an SUV kind of car, of course. So let's just have a look around the car. So it's based on the SPA2 platform, the new next generation platform developed between Volvo cars and Geely, basically. And yeah, basically, of course, Polestar is also using this platform for their Polestar 3 and also, of course, for other products as well in the future. Now, lots to see, and this is also the first time I see this car, so this is really a first take on it. But first thing I see are like the typical Thor LED lights still, or well, then a bit more Polestar-ish. So also over here, 2 light units, and these are the 1.3 megapixel or pixel LED high beam lights. Yeah, just really impressive. They look really cool. It's a bit more of a simplistic kind of Thor hammer, where the EX90 of course now also has this part over here. You know, Polestar keeps it just with this cool Thor hammer. Also interesting point, of course, is the airflow of this car. This is a big, heavy SUV, electric SUV, and Polestar really considered the airflow of this car, yeah, also quite a lot. So if you have, for example, a look on the bonnet over here, you will see that this is actually open. So there's a bit of a front spoiler actually on the bonnet, which, yeah, of course is better for aero, less drag on the car, and that flows over the roofline, also over here, towards the spoiler. So basically you got 2 spoilers on this car and it comes down over here. And that of course reduces the drag that is basically being made behind the car over here. So that's pretty interesting. Of course this is a heavy electric car, so it is also important to have these aero aspects of it. So that's pretty cool. Some other things, typical Polestar rear view mirrors. So no frame around them. Yeah, look a bit like the Polestar 2. Also if I have a closer look up here, this is basically a Polestar 2 rear view mirror, also with the bliss, the blind spot indicator over here. Looks quite familiar. Now down here we got big rims, Pirelli tires for this car. Let's see, what are these? These are 22 inches, so quite big. We got the Polestar Brembo gold calipers on it, also the gold vent beneath there. That also makes this car a typical performance pack, let's put it that way. So this is the dual motor, or twin motor, dual motor, long range performance version, so you get the gold details, so that's pretty cool. Also on the rear here, gold details. And this is also pretty funny, we are actually allowed to open up the door. And do remember that when you unlock the car on the production model, these will pop out, but because this is a pre-built and early built car, we still need to do it ourselves. But how cool is this, guys? The Polestar 3, opening the door ourselves for the first time. And yeah, to touch on those performance pack details, also for example the gold seat belts we also knew from the Polestar 2 Performance, for example. Then let's just continue up here in the interior for a bit. It's all focused on sustainability. Polestar, of course, they are also very open about the figures regarding CO2 output and all that. Anyway, for example, they provide details over here. This is the animal welfare Nappa leather interior. Looks quite familiar. Now I saw in, for example, Kyle's video that they had wrinkles in the seat. Over here it's still kind of okay, I would say. Of course, this is an early production car, so you will always have like small issues. I also remember from the Polestar 2 when they had the Barley interior, it was also a bit wrinkled and all that. but yeah, it looks quite cool, guys. Let's continue for a little bit on the outside first. Also, by the way, if we have a closer look up here, this is a bit of the Volvo C40 vibe over here for some reason. I think they also have active aero down here, I'm not sure about that. Yeah, so also active aero for cooling elements and better airflow over here, so that will open around certain speeds, of course, or perhaps when the battery pack gets too hot. Now in the US spec, this will probably have the amber light over here. I'm not sure if this will be a daytime running light or anything like that. Of course, we have the Thor hammer also over here, so I'm not quite sure what will be made from this, but let's wait and see. Also interesting take, an electric car still with plastic bumper elements over here. That's also interesting, where you see, for example, that the EX90 has really integrated windows into the doors, really smooth lines, so to say. You still see that with the Polestar 3 design. That's still a bit more out there regarding the skirts, big wheels. So yeah, perhaps they compromise efficiency, aerodynamics a little bit for design as well. Of course, Thomas Ingelad being the CEO of Polestar and also the design man, he probably also thinks like, let's put the Polestar a bit more out there regarding design against the EX90. Over here on the rear, typical Polestar design, where the Polestar 2 has the lights basically turned around. So the little bar up there, you see that the Polestar 3 has it the other way around, but still that typical Polestar signature you will recognize it from. Also in the center above the Polestar logo, you see a couple of sensors similar to the EX90, for example. Yeah, bumper-wise, yeah, a bit of a typical Polestar Volvo bumper, I would say. Cool little skirts over here as well to improve airflow, of course. But yeah, if you have a closer look on the Polestar lights, also here, cool detail. Little lights, it's also really neat. This looks really cool, guys. Still a little wiper over here, that's good. For example, the C40 doesn't have that, but also a bit of a sleeking roofline, bit of a coupe-ish vibe. It's nice to have that. I really miss that on my C40, for example. Heated rear glass, quite out there, by the way, these orange lines. But it's cool to see this, guys. So this is a pre-production model, but basically functioning pretty well already. Let's see if this hatch will open. Yes, it does. Cool, so this is basically your typical Volvo Polestar outlet over here, DC charging for that one, of course. Euro spec this is, but that looks quite familiar, this button as well. That's all also on the current recharge models, basically. So then a few specs on this car. So this is the SPA2 platform, which carries 111 kilowatt hour of battery pack in there. Probably in due course we will see also like a single motor version with a smaller battery pack, but at this moment the biggest pack you will get is 111, similar to, for example, the Volvo EX90. Now this is the intro version model, so you basically get all the packs as well. And let's move out of the crowd for a little bit. But yeah, the intro edition is quite the steal of a deal if you ask me. You get so much with this car. Now on average this car will do 23.5 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometers, so that's quite a lot, I would say. Preliminary figures, of course, but yeah, that's to be seen. So let's have a look then on the interior of the car. So we are allowed to open the door. Let's just do it once again, because why not? Now this is a pre-production, so in due course this will pop out automatically, but at this moment just with hand and be careful. So let's go. Let's have a look over here. So this is pretty cool. This will be a lighted bar over here with the Bowers & Wilkins system. This one you get with the intro edition. Perhaps later will also come like a Bose version, such as we will have on the EX90. Now this is also an interesting take. A few buttons over here, not too much happening. Just you open it like this, so that's interesting. But yeah, I think we will see this also, for example, on the EX30, the future car, and also the Polestar 4 in the future. Very nice materials, stitching over here, that's pretty cool. The Bowers & Wilkins over there. Now we can't move the seat, so as I am quite tall, we're gonna have an attempt to get in here. Just carefully does it, I would say. But there we go, folks. Let's zoom out a little bit. And this is the view. Hi there. This is the view of the Polestar 3. Little screen over here, just the essentials, as you can see. Looks really cool, I gotta say. In person, even better than on video, but yeah, what a cool first look this is. This will light up. From the EX90 we know that over here are two little steering wheels. Eventually to like activate the pilot assist, autonomous driving and all that. Yeah, this is also pretty cool. Now up here we have the Bowers & Wilkins. That's a familiar one, basically also from the current EX90. Yeah, that's typically Volvo and Polestar, I would say. That looks really cool. Also a little tweeter over there in the pillars of the door. That's really cool. Nice like textile kind of materials over here. Not real leather or anything. Over there, big head-up display. Looks nice. So the vents are also quite interesting. Just still like a mechanical one. So this is like the wooden inlay over here. It does not light up, similar to the EX90, I believe, but yeah, pretty cool. So nice details. Of course, these can be extended. Feels a bit similar to the Polestar 2, for example. So you will also get like the wool mix of it, and also like the textile vibe. I believe they call it Nubuck. Also developed together with Volvo cars over there, but it looks quite nice. Over here, wireless charger, cup holders too, against the current Polestar 2 with only one, so that's a nice addition. Still pretty solid. Button over here, but then besides that, we only have buttons over here, so that will be a bit getting used to. As for the new Android system, looks really nice, really cool. Also nice that you have the Google Maps and still have other options over here with, for example, Spotify, your phone, so it's all still in one place, so that's pretty cool. I think I wonder if there will be like a glove compartment over here. That looks quite interesting. As you see already, this one is also already prepared for the right-hand drive. Over there you have the place where you will have the hatch or the latch for your hood. But yeah guys, what a car. Fixed sunroof, also good for headspace. I'm currently sitting in the car and I have plenty of headspace. You got the little Polestar detail over here as well. But because this is a fixed sunroof, you do not need any rails and all that. So then you have some bit of extra space. All right, then for the rear of the car. Now this is the new SPA2 platform, and that means we got a flat floor because that platform basically focused on electric development. So we got a flat floor. So yeah, it looks quite spacious over here, I gotta say. So let's have a little seat behind myself. So I was just a bit tight up there, but now if I have a look over here, this is really nice. This is really spacious, also for myself, for the headroom. Quite cool. So over here, a nice little space as well, just flat, that's really cool. Little thing over here, little screen, heated seats, probably some climate temperatures. And now we are in, but this feels spacious. Wow, really cool. Also here, that nice little light element, no bows and welcomes over here. Of course down here as well. A little thing for your jacket, for your coat. Performance seats, but yeah, this looks cool. Now with this new car, with the Polestar 3 and EX90, you get the real deal, like the Bowers and Wilkins, even in the headrest of the car. So I really wonder how that will sound, but at least it looks really cool. Bit of a look up front. I'm a bit overwhelmed by the car, I gotta say. So yeah, it's really a first look, guys, but really cool. So one of the Polestar employees just told me that this is one of 2 Polestar 3 cars that are on exhibition. So yeah, let's be rather careful with this one. And we also got a little light up here. I wonder if these are already working. Yeah. And out, there we go. But yeah, really clever design if you ask me. Also that little window up there that you can look a bit better around the car. Yeah, cool thing, guys. Really cool. I'm really impressed, I gotta say. I'm also having a great time here in the back seat. I think I'm gonna sit in the rear of this car instead of driving. Well, yeah, driving is also nice, but really spacious. I'm really surprised by this. I'm really surprised by the space, as I already said. As you can see, I'm 2 meters 8 and I have plenty of headspace here, of course, due to that fixed sunroof. Yeah, and no elements up here for a curtain and all that. So yeah, that's pretty clever, I gotta say. Really spacious. I like this one a lot. Also in the back up here. All right, time is almost over, folks, but let's have a brief look up here in the back as well. We got a bit of a familiar one. This is also from the Volvo C40, XC40 and all that, for your groceries basically. Nice little storage compartment over here. Let's not have a look underneath there. Let's leave it for now. 16 volts connection up there, and eventually we'll also have like a cover up here, of course. But yeah, looks quite spacious. Also considering for a dark, for example, spacious enough. Now then let's have a look on the frunk still. Last minute, time's ticking. Yeah, so this is an interesting take on it. So for example, the XC40 and C40 Recharge, we have that typical bonnet which you need to open. This is a bit more of a textile plastic kind of vibe, which you can just like shove open. So that's pretty interesting. But besides that, yeah, the typical details. Also interesting, no cover on the frunk, similar to the C40, XC40 for example. I do think that the EX90 has it, so that's an interesting take. Maybe we will see that in production. But yeah, pretty much the standard things. No Volvo kind of style to open it up here, but over here. And yeah, basically the only thing that's left, your washer fluids over here. But yeah, there we go, folks. That is the Polestar 3. Alrighty, folks, so I had a little coffee to calm down about this amazing car. I'm really impressed with it, like space, design, aero tech and all that. It's a really impressive one. Also fun to be around here, meet some people from Polestar as well, so that's really cool. Anyway, that's a bit of a first impression on the Polestar 3. That being said, I thank you a lot for watching. If you have any thoughts, comments, leave them down below. I appreciate it big time if you like and also subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot. Don't you worry, more about this car coming soon, of course. Also about the 2 BST edition, I hope, looking into that. With that being said, I see you, of course, in my next video. Bye-bye.